Hello and welcome to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. It's April 20, 2025. I want to wish everyone a happy Easter. As you can see, or as you was almost about to see, we are going to be talking about the movie Sinners. If you haven't seen it yet, please go out and see it. It's an actual good movie, guys. Um, Again, happy Easter, April 20, 2025. New theme song here. Just thought we'd cruise since it's Sunday and we ease it like a Sunday morning. Let's listen to the rest of this and then we'll get to the matters at hand. Okay, again, welcome to GSKP TV, Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, here on YouTube, where we do movie, TV, books, life. We review and talk about any and everything. This is a safe place where we can talk about it. Today is April 20, again, 2025. I'd like to say happy Easter to everyone. God bless you. I hope you've had a safe and heartfelt Easter. Um, all right, let's get to the matters at hand. Today, wait, first, I forgot about birthday shout outs. Shout out to Tootie. Happy birthday, Tootie. Happy birthday to Uncle Johnny, who just had a birthday, and to Abigail Blaze. Um, if I've forgotten anyone in the birthdays, please forgive me. I wish everyone a happy April birthday and many, many more to you. Again, happy birthday. Okay, let's get to it. Okay. This movie is called Sinners. Um, Now, I'm not sure how long this movie's in the theaters. From what I understood, it was just a single showing. I don't know if that's correct or what. And it was released on April 18th. Um, it is said to be a supernatural thriller. Okay, I watched the movie and I'm here to say that I think this movie, if I was going to give it a sunflower or a peach pit, I would give it a sunflower. It was actually a really good movie. I enjoyed it very much. And I'm going to tell you why I enjoyed it so much. I think for me, this was a Um, I feel like this was possibly a. I, f- I feel like um, this was a another um, Kendrick Lamar moment. I really do. This movie had so many messages in it that it it was just a good movie. Um Again, I advise you to go watch it. It is called Sinners. It's being said that the movie is a supernatural historical thriller set in the Jim Crow era, in the American South, 1932 in the Mississippi Delta. It follows two twin brothers who return to their hometown to start a juke joint, only to encounter a greater evil. And when you see the movie, you will understand who and what the evil is, especially in this this climate that we're in. Okay. Um Now the cast of the movie is Michael B. Jordan. He's the star. Uh, I hate to say it, but Michael B. ain't really been on our good side. But we ain't gonna go there. We trying. I think we might give him a little break in this movie because um um first let me start here. Michael B. Jordan plays a dual role where he has a twin brother and they're called Smoke and Stack, a set of twins who had recently moved back from Chicago. They had been in the military, so they well traveled, been all over the world, and they had settled for a while in Chicago. And according to the story, if you know who they are, they had a reputation. Okay. And I think the reputation was that they were gangsters, bad guys, always. You know how that goes. And they were living up to their names, period. They were, again, Smoke and Stack. We had Haley Steinfeld, who plays Mary. We have Miles Canton, who plays Sammy Moore, who is a significant role in the movie. We have Jack O'Connell, who plays Remick. Um, I'm not sure who Remick was. Okay, and we have Wumi Musaku, who plays Annie. We have Jamie Lawson, who plays Perline. And Perline was a significant player in this movie because she was the love interest of one of the twins, and she was also a plus size diva, and she was very much dark skinned, chocolate, beautiful woman. Do you hear me? She Come on, Miss Perline, okay? We also had Omar Benson Miller, who plays Cornbread, which is a friend of one of the twins. Um, we have Delroy Lindo, who plays Delta Slim, who was also a friend of the twins. We have Lee Jun Lee plays Grace Chow, who was a friend of the twins, who ended up working for the twins. We have Lola Kirk, who plays Joan, and we have Buddy Guy, who plays Old Sammy. And Old Sammy is at the end of the movie when they show you who Sammy is, okay? Now, the reason I say that is because this movie was actually centered around Sammy, and the twins. And I believe Remick, I want to say Remick, what, excuse me, was the lead of the bad guys. Okay. The story is set again in Mississippi in the Delta, and the twins have come back from Chicago and they are going to open a juke joint, which, in other words, is a club, a speakeasy, kick it spot. And they are, uh, when they are first shown, they are meeting with a man to buy a barn, a building. I forget what they called it, a slaughterhouse. Well, that's later on. Sorry. Well, let me get ahead of myself. But they are buying some property so that they can start the juke joint. It just so happens, well, not just so happens. Of course, he's buying it from some white man. And back in those days, it was always something. It wasn't on the up and up, actually, but that's later on in the movie. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Anyway, the twins, Smoke and Stack, they buy this property to start a juke joint. Of course, they just got back into town, so they're going around town and they're letting people know that we're here and that we're starting this juke joint. Okay, while this is simultaneously going on, there's a young man by the name of Sammy, whose father is a preacher. And this young man loves to play guitar. And he has decided that he is going to play guitar and, not at church. Now, during the course of this story, it has relative aspects to different stories. In this instance, Robert Johnson, the blues guitarist that supposedly sold his soul to the devil at the crossroads. Okay, this young Sammy is a what's the word? A nod to Robert Johnson and the crossroads. Okay, um, this, he announces to his father that he wants to play the blues. And, of course, his father didn't want him to. Um, I don't. Anyway, I'm not going to start on that because that just makes me mad. I hate the way they play preachers like that. Oh, don't go play guitar out in the world, the Lord, and it's not like that. People that are in the church are people too. And every time you do something, ain't nobody talking to you about no Lord and Jesus and all that. I'm so tired of that. I don't know what to do. But again, that's a different story. And we'll get on that another time. Anyway. So, um, they are the twins, they're going around town. They're letting everybody know uh, about this juke joint that they're starting. Um, my boyfriend child is in this movie. Do you hear me? This man is, ugh, I find him to be just absolutely gorgeous. And he is a old man and he has always been. He played Aaliyah's daddy in the movie with Jet Li and Aaliyah. I cannot think of this man's name, but he's always been fabulous to me, child. Ooh, Lord. Yes, that man is beautiful. He gives me the case of the vapors, honey. Into child. So he meets with this older gentleman who is sitting downtown in the city, and he asks the twins, one of the twins, I don't know if it was Smoke or Stack, but one of the twins asked him if he would like to play at the juke, and I'll pay you this much and I'll pay you that much. Um, they're talking about it. The young man that's the preacher's son that plays, that's the nod to uh, Crossroads. Um, he's with the twin, and they're trying to convince this guy that we're opening up a juke joint and come go with us and this, that, and the other. And of course, he says yes. Okay. So, um, one of the twins, I don't know which one, this Perline, he goes and lets her know, and he's asking Miss Perline if she would come and cook at the juke. They got food, they got drinks, they got it going on. They ain't half stepping with it. We need you to fry the fish, and we need you to make the tater salad and all this. So, during the course of gathering people up, there was a young woman, a light, bright, passing for white woman, and she was one of the love interests of the twins some time ago. This was, I guess, before they went to the military and, all around the world and all this good stuff. She's the main part of this story as well. Okay, the twins have purchased the building from this white man. All of a sudden, um, it cuts to a scene of a small shack in the fields. And the next thing you see is this man drop out of the sky. And when he drops out of the sky, he's smoking. He has smoke coming off of him, and he's all scratched up and beat up and just tore up. He's a mess. He runs to the door of this shack and he knocks on the door and beat on the door, help me, help me, help me. And he opens the door and there's a couple, a white couple. When they open the door, they got guns drawn and this, that, and the other. And so he's explaining and who I am. And this happened to me, and the Indians killed my this, and the Indians did that. And they're like, you telling a lie, ain't no Indians, because ain't no Indians being around. Are you sure it wasn't just some light skinned niggers, as they said? And I was like, anyway. So let him in the house. Pretty soon you hear this music in the background and you hear this, it's of Indian descent. And the Indian comes to the door, goes to the same house, after, of course, after some time has passed. Goes to the house and asks, has anybody been by here? Did the man come by here? So we're looking for him. Did you let him in the house? You shouldn't. If you did, Lord have mercy, you shouldn't let him in the house, because woo woo. So, of course, they had, this time it was just the wife answering the door, and she had the gun drawn and this, that, and the other. And she's going back in the house, and whatever her husband's name, I'm just going to call him Paul because I can't think of the names of the characters. Paul, 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 where you at? Paul, Paul, somebody came to the door. And of course, and she got back to where Paul is. Paul is dead because the stranger that they had let in the door was a vampire. Yes, ooh, yes, a vampire. So, scene changes. We go back to the twins and the juke joint and this, that, and the other. And, um, Perline, the Chinese people, they're all friends, and he gathers them all. The twins gather them all up, and they go to the juke joint, and things are going well. Party, kicking it, party, and there's a knock on the door, and it's these three white people, two men and a female. These, of course, were the three that we met earlier at the little shack that the Indians were hunting the one that ran up on the two, and he has bitten everybody's bit that was in that house. And so they are on a hunt now. So they come to the juke. Um, Knock on the door. Of course, they didn't get in because they are white. But of course, they notice Miss, what's her name? What is her name? She is the light passing for white. I can't think of what her name is. They notice her, the three outside, and Perline says she's family, so that don't count. When she was actually part African American, which was explained in the movie. Her father was biracial, so there you go. And they later said, no, you're not coming in regardless of her because she's family. You still ain't coming in. So the two, okay, whatever. All right, I sure hate that, blah, blah, blah. And they go off. So they cut to a scene where they're in the juke joint and they're partying and they're kicking and the music is playing. But mind you, during the course of the scenes of the dancing and the juking, it goes from past to present. They incorporate present with the past. Okay? Um, music playing, they singing, they dancing, they whatever, da 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 da. Push on. One of the guy working the door, he has to go outside. No. First off, the little light skinned lady, I can't think of her name, y'all. She decides she's leaving the dance. You guys, I really don't want to. I'm gonna leave it right there, okay? Because I don't want to ruin it for you all. I want you all to watch the movie. It is a good movie. Again, this is another Kendrick Lamar instance. The how it relates to what's going on now is absolutely on point as it relates to African American history, as it relates to racism, as it relates to this current racial divide and the administration. I suggest that you watch it and comment and let me know your conclusions and what you understood in this movie. Okay? And what I've been wanting to do for those of you that do subscribe or listen, I would like to know what your views are so we can come back to this and discuss because what I see doesn't mean you necessarily see. And let's discuss our views on what we saw or what we didn't see. You know what I mean? And we talk about it. But what I saw in this movie was this was another Kendrick Lamar. This was not so much a scary movie as it was a Kendrick Lamar moment. I loved it. I loved it. Again, if I had to give it a peach pit or a sunflower, I would definitely give this a sunflower. The name of the movie is Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. got a few points back on this one. He really did. Because this movie I mean, it really, I mean, we can relate. I'm here to tell you, I enjoyed it very much. I wasn't sure if I was going to. Um, but again, I admit, this movie was really good to me. And I hope you guys go out and watch. Again, the movie is Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan. Go and check it out. I want to thank you for joining me here on GSKP TV, Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we talk about movies, TV, music, whatever. Whatever comes across our minds, let's talk about it. Again, like I always say, take care of yourself, wash your hands, wear your masks if needed. Because like I always say, I am my brother's keeper. We've got to take care of each other out here right now. Things look bad, but we can fix it. We can change it. Again, happy Easter, April 20, 2025. April 20, 2025. And like I always say, I am my brother's keeper. Bye. I love you.